wonderful people, it's your favorite Ghana girl, Sweet Life with Vidette, coming to you live from Hong Kong. You know what it is, we are always international, baby. And today I'm coming with a video that actually a lot of people have been asking me questions about this on my Instagram, and I haven't quite got around to answering this question, and I do think it's important to answer the question. And the big question is, how the hell did I get a job in Hong Kong? Well, stay tuned for the answer. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Vidette, and my background is I was born in Ghana, raised in the United Kingdom, where I also worked for a period of time, and now I live in Hong Kong, where I continue to work as a banker for one of the largest banks in Europe. Put some respect on my name. My bride price going up like Bitcoin, okay? I'm joking. More on a more serious note. Seriously. So I wanted to share some of my thoughts on how one can get a job out here in Hong Kong, and I think that this advice will apply for someone who's looking for a job anywhere in the world. It doesn't just have to be in Hong Kong. In my experience, the way I got my job in Hong Kong was really making sure that I built a network within my bank. So I work for an international bank, and with an international bank like mine, there is opportunity for you to be mobile, but in order for you to tap into those opportunities, you actually have to have a network of people, someone who can help open those doors for you. So for me, when I stepped into my bank, I was like, yo, like, your girl is not staying in this UK, man. I want to live abroad. So I had actually lived in the Netherlands for a year prior to starting my job, and for me, I realized that I am an international person. I am a very nomadic woman. I want to live in different countries. So when I stepped into my workplace, I made it known from day dot that I did not want to just be stuck in the United Kingdom. I wanted my career to have an international perspective. Oh God, there's something in my the witches of my village, oh, you gotta come and do this to me. Oh God, what is this? It's gone now. Anyways, where was I? So as I was saying, when I stepped into my bank, I made it very clear that I wanted an international career. I wanted to have an international perspective. I wanted to be able to experience international customers. So I started making it very clear that I was in this bank because of international exposure. So when the opportunity came for me to move on, everyone pretty much knew that your girl, she was trying to just... I was always trying to skirt. So when the opportunity came, it was easier for me to get the job offer, and also because I had been speaking about it, a few senior people within my team were very much aware of my interest to work abroad. So they were also there to support me and guide me through the process. And that said, some of you might not be in international companies and you still want to work in Hong Kong. So this is the insights that I've received from a couple of friends who came to Hong Kong on their own and still managed to find jobs. So one of the key ways that you can find a job in Hong Kong is actually being here physically. Obviously, I understand that we have a barrier with COVID-19, so it is difficult for people to come here. A lot of the people that I know came to Hong Kong either for like a year abroad, a master's program, and then wiggle their way into finding a job in Hong Kong. So that's one of the easiest way to do it. So I recently found out that getting sponsored on a visa, like an employment visa in Hong Kong, isn't very expensive. Don't quote me on this, but I've been told that it costs something around 200 Hong Kong dollars, which is the equivalent of about 18 pounds. So it doesn't actually cost companies a lot of money to sponsor you if you want to come to Hong Kong. I guess the question is, how do you get your foot in the door so that you can even reach out to a company? So for me, I think once the borders open, maybe it should be your if you're interested in coming to Hong Kong, maybe you should consider coming here on a holiday, networking, meeting some people, and then trying to get your foot into the door of a company. Hong Kong is a big networking hub. Everyone is out here on these streets networking. All the expats are like in a little bubble, so it's not very difficult to network and meet someone who can help you get a job. So that's one of the ways that you can get a job offer in Hong Kong. The other way that you can potentially get a job offer in Hong Kong is by doing some internships, right? So there are a bunch of international companies that will allow people to come into Hong Kong to do internships. So whilst you're doing the internship, you can build some relationships with the companies that you're working for and then try and get a job out here in Hong Kong. That's also another way to do it. So from my experience, I think that the key thing here in Hong Kong is about networking in order to get a job. So I'm going to keep this video short because, like, I don't know. I don't know, like, I don't want to talk too much because so my advice, practically, let me give you some practical advice. I don't want you guys to roast me in the comments, so let me give you some practical advice. So my advice is to use websites like Glassdoor that provide you with insights on companies that are hiring, not just in the country you're living in, but also just worldwide. So I've used Glassdoor a number of times, and I've got interviews with companies in like Ghana. I've got interviews in companies that are completely remote. Glassdoor is a very good website to use if you're looking for jobs all around the world, including Hong Kong. So that's one of the ways you can go about it. Some people don't know this, but me, I'm a queen of LinkedIn messaging. Listen, I'm gonna buy my LinkedIn premium and I will message the hell out of the people I want to work for. I've messaged a few people and I've got ads. Once I messaged a Netflix woman and she aired me. But it be like that sometimes. But on a more serious note, I think that the reason why LinkedIn is there is for you to connect and make connections and The reason why LinkedIn is there is for you to be able to reach out to people that you perhaps want employment from, or people you want to work with, not just in an employer capacity, but people you might just want to work with as a peer. I don't think that people leverage off LinkedIn very well. I personally have a friend who messaged someone on Facebook and managed to get a job on Facebook simply by messaging people on LinkedIn. It is possible, and I want you guys to know that. Oh, what is going on here? My light just popped. Oh, that was scary. Damn. But if you are serious, I would advise you to message people on LinkedIn and try and get your foot in the door, because there are always people looking. Another way you can do it is by going through a recruitment company, because in Hong Kong there are a lot of expats and there's a lot of companies looking to recruit expats. So that's one of the ways you can go about it. In my experience, again, I will say that it was purely networking, purely making myself known in my company and making it very clear what my career destination was and what I wanted to see in my future, so that no one can get that muddled up. Okay. So for those of you out there who are interested in working in Hong Kong, this is my little advice for you. I hope this video is useful, but if you're serious, then make sure that you get your foot into the door through the Hong Kong airports and come and meet people out here. Obviously, COVID is a big downer, but once COVID is out of the way, you can come to Hong Kong and come and network and get your ass a job in Hong Kong.